Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some shabby chic French country, a little bit of touch of farmhouse DIYs that I have made for Christmas. The first thing I'm going to be working on is this picture frame. I have some rusty jingle bells, some lace, and I thought this was deco mesh, but they call it ribbon. And also some paint here because I am going to be stenciling on cardboard. And I just cut this piece of cardboard to fit inside. And what I want to do is I'm just going to take this stencil here that has these snowflakes because I really like these snowflakes. And I'm just going to stencil a few on. Now I got this paint at Walmart and I want to do the gloss white. So I'm just going to do a few snowflakes here and there on the cardboard. Now that I have a few snowflakes on here, I cut a piece of this mesh ribbon. And I'm just going to place it on here because I like it. This is textured, it looks like snow. And I am just going to use some Scotch tape and tape it on the back of the cardboard. And you don't have to be perfect with this because it's just going to fit in here and be covered up. And it will fit in like so. And it looks pretty just the way it is, but I'm going to add some embellishments to it. The first thing is this piece of crocheted lace. Now I got a bunch of this stuff on eBay a very long time ago, so I don't mind cutting this up. This isn't anything from my family because my mom and my grandmother did do a lot of crocheting, but I got like a few bags of all this kind of crocheted lace and everything many years ago from somebody off of eBay, and I thought it'd be great for projects. Now I also have this lace that I'm going to gather up with some thread here. So hopefully I don't poke myself too much here. And I just want to get enough to make it nice and full looking on here. Okay, so now I have the size that I want. I'm going to tie it off. I'm going to glue that on here. I also have some of this chain that I got at Walmart in the jewelry department and just cutting a few pieces off. I thought this would look kind of nice to go with the rusty jingle bell. I'm going to hot glue these over on the side. I want to put them underneath the little lace thing that I made, and I'm going to hot glue this one on top. Okay, kind of like this. Now I'm going to be hot gluing my rusty jingle bells on. And I want to do these at different lengths. I am going to actually tuck it underneath the piece of lace. I should have done that. Put the jingle bells on first, but that's okay. Still works out. And this one, I'm going to tie it a little more, make a knot down here because I want this one to be a little bit shorter. Add some more hot glue. I'm going to tuck this one in on this side. Okay, and that is all I'm going to do for this picture frame. Okay, now I think I want to add a few more items in the lace right here. So I'm going to be adding in these buttons, and I love the colors of these. I think they coordinate great with all the lace and the jingle bells. Just going to use 3 and just randomly hot glue them in place. I thought about using a little bit of greenery, but I kind of want to keep this with the browns and the cream colors. I got one more button to glue on. And that is going to complete my picture frame. Now the next item I'm going to work on is this ornament. Now I got these ornaments at Walmart and I think they already look, you know, the French country, but I'm also going to be adding on some few more pieces of lace. And again, this is another item that I'm cutting up that I got off of eBay many years ago. And I just want to gather it. I liked how small this lace was around the handkerchief, because I couldn't find anything small enough. I have a lot of big lace. So now I want to add this on top of here and tie this off. Then I'm going to hot glue this on. I also want to put a little bit of ribbon and jute on here. Just tie a simple little bow. And this will get hot glued on too. Kind of off to the side a little bit. I want to glue it on there. Okay. Just going to trim the length a little bit. And that looks really, really cute. And again, I want to use some of these buttons. All right, that is how this ornament turned out. I'm also going to use this big rusty jingle bell and make it into an ornament. And again, I did the gathering of the lace. Just going to hot glue this on, really simple. Like so. And I do want to add a little bit of embellishment to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of that chain that I used on the picture frame. A couple pieces. It's actually one piece and I'm just going to fold it like so and stick buttons on again. I'm really liking the buttons with the lace. I think that looks really pretty. So this is a real simple ornament to make, transforming a rusty jingle bell. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is this cone shape here. This is out of poster board, and I have this Chanel chunky yarn that I got at Walmart. It is super soft, and I am going to wrap it around here. So I'm just going to kind of show you. I'm going to make another cone because I want to do two of them. This is just some poster board that I got at Walmart. They were 34 cents a piece. And I ended up getting 3 cones made up. And all you do is tape it. I might have to work on this one. I don't know. I didn't get it too cone shaped at the top. But this is a lot cheaper than doing the styrofoam, and you can get it really big. So what I do is after I roll it up like that, I just flatten it a little bit, cut it, and pop it back out. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the yarn on. The yarn was just under $7, and again, I was able to make 2 trees out of 1 piece of poster board, and that was 34 cents. So this is super cheap to do, and you can make it how you want. I also made one, a smaller cone than this one, with just wrapping jute around it. You could also use fabric pieces too. So now that I got it up to the top, unfortunately I didn't have it too pointed, so I left a little bit of a length, and I'm just going to hot glue it, wrap it around, and try to make a point at the top the best I can. And that is all I'm going to do to this one. Now the next project is this other picture frame that I have a piece of cardboard here that came out of it, and I am just going to wrap this with some wrapping paper. Yes, I've done this many times where I just use wrapping paper and put it in a picture frame. And I love this wrapping paper. It looks French country to me with a little bit of the red glitter. So I'm just cutting this piece. I cut it just a little bit bigger than the cardboard. I'm going to turn it over, and I am just going to use Scotch tape on here. You could also hot glue it if you want, but not for quick purposes. I'm just going to tape it up. So really quickly, I'm going to tape this. And I did make sure that it looked straight before I did this, because it does have a pattern. You don't want it to go crooked. Okay, and here it is inside of the picture frame. And I thought about painting the frame, but you know, all the little details in here, it might be hard to see, but it's kind of got a little bit of red. So that's why I picked this wrapping paper with the red in it too. I'm also going to do a little bit of embellishing with more of that lace that I got off of eBay. Just going to hot glue this piece on here. And after I hot glue it on here, I'm going to be trimming off the sides here that are longer. Now I have these are little ornament, I guess with an ornament, they're holders. They're ones that snap together and you put it on your ornament to hang on the tree. I got these off of eBay. They were really cheap. I got some gold and silver ones. I thought these would look really cute here because I don't have really thin gold ribbon. Just gonna hot glue some of these on here with a little bit of gold. And I also did a double bow with my off-white ribbon. And I also had a jingle bell and two little glass ornaments that I tied together. Just gonna hot glue that on, and I think this looks really cute. Now, I'm gonna make some ornaments out of using tile. Yes, this is a sheet of tile that I got at Home Depot for $4.98. I actually bought 2 of these because you can make so many different types of ornaments out of here. You just cut it off, and you want to trim all the little extra pieces off. You can always paint the sides and the back if you want to with white. I think even just keeping these white is pretty. I love the shape of these. It looks like an ornament. And here again is my ornament holder, and I would just hot glue it on the back. That's all you got to do. You could also sandwich 2 together if you want to make them thicker, and then put a little trim around it. What I am going to do is use some of this wrapping paper here, and I'm just going to trace out the shape, cut it out, and I'm going to Mod Podge this onto the tile, and then hot glue the holder on the back. I'm actually going to make 2 different ones with this, with the same wrapping paper, which I'll show you at the end how the other one looks. Just gonna put Mod Podge on here, put the wrapping paper on, and I'm gonna set it upside down so it stays flat to dry. Once it's dry, I will put the holder on. Now another one that I'm gonna do is I went ahead and painted the whole thing because I'm just gonna wrap this trim around here, this lace trim. I got this at Walmart a while back. Just going to wrap it around the whole back. I think it's just easier to do it that way. Just going to hot glue it on, and then I have another little piece of trim that I got off of eBay that I'm going to put on here. And for some reason my video cut off on me when I was hot gluing that on, but I just hot glued it down the middle. You'll see it, just a really quick snippet of it. And again, you'll get to see it at the end because I did put it on a little tree that I have. All right, one last picture frame that I'm going to use with, yes, wrapping paper, that same wrapping paper. I didn't really care for the picture necessarily. I bought this at the Goodwill and I just wanted it for the frame. Again, I am just going to Scotch tape it on, and I will be doing something different with this one. I'm not just going to stick it in the frame like I did with the other one. I am actually going to stencil on it. Yes, I'm going to stencil on this. And the two colors that I'm using, the first one is called Black Flash that I got at Walmart, and the second one, because I'm going to be going over this darker color with another metallic paint, and it's called Chocolate Brown. Again, I got both of these paints at Walmart. So I wanted to do the really dark color first. Just quickly going to put this on. And I thought this Believe would look really pretty in this frame with this background of the wrapping paper. All right, now that it's dried, I kept the stencil on here, and I'm just going in certain spots, not the whole thing, with the lighter color called Chocolate Brown. Just dabbing it here and there. Here's how it looks. I think this looks so pretty in here. Now I want to add a few extra pieces in here. The first thing I'm going to do is use this gold trim that I got at Walmart, and I am just going to hot glue it on in this whitish area here, and then flip it around and do it on the opposite side. Now I could just leave it like this if I want to, but I want to add just a few more things in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue some buttons on, because you can probably see there's a little flower design, and I am just using these buttons for the center of the flowers. And I'm using 3 different colored buttons. Okay, here it is in the frame. I think this looks so gorgeous. Now my last project, I'm going to be using these ice skates here. They're like a little planter. Unfortunately, I did not get a video on this, but I am just going to be repainting this with a cream color. So here is how the skates turned out. I painted them a cream color, rubbed a little bit of the dark brown on it, like I did on the laces, and just glued on some rusty jingle bells. So let's just take a look at all my projects here. I've also done a few different vignettes in here that you'll get to see. That is going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it and that I could give you some ideas for some shabby chic French country Christmas decor in your home this year. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.